What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Backpacking Podcast, brought to you by Outdoor Vitals, makers of Performance First ultralight gear. That's right, not performance first, but performance first. Man, I have been up since 3 o'clock in the morning, Jeremiah. I am so tired right now. It is 5:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and my air conditioning at my house, we were talking about this before, my air conditioning at my house, the condensation line got clogged. And so I walked into my basement. There's a puddle in my basement underneath the air conditioning unit. Got that cleaned up. Went to fix the pipe, and it broke. And so now I have a bucket underneath it for right now until I can get the rest of the pipe put on like tomorrow. And last night I woke up, or I should say this morning, I woke up at 3, and I had this strange suspicion that bucket was full of water. I came downstairs, and that bucket was full of water, Jeremiah. So I took it out and took care of it. But by that point, I was wide awake and couldn't go back to sleep. So I am here.
Let me tell you, my HVAC guy said, hey, you have several condensation pumps. I say several. There was 2. And he said if you pour bleach into them in the summertime, then it will clear out the line and they won't clog. And you know what? I had him to come to my house and replace one of the pumps that had stopped working. And then for 3 years proceeded to not pour bleach into it. And then it clogged up again and he had to replace it again. And that was a $200 mistake that I shouldn't have made. So I still haven't poured bleach into the new one. I'm not going to lie. It's still summertime. Well, actually, you know what? My birthday marked the official first day of fall. Fall is here, so backpacking season is here. But, John, I'll tell you, after you fix this, just a word of advice, bro to bro, buy you some bleach at Dollar General and start pouring it in there, and you'll be good to go.
You know, I've cleaned these out before, but we noticed that the condensation pipe we just bought this house, a little over a year ago. The condensation pipe is Frankensteined. Which is the reason it's clogged. So we're actually replacing the entire pipe. Me and a buddy are doing that. So it'll get taken care of. Hey, did you know today is National Yo Day?
National Yo Day? What does that even mean?
Suga canadensis. He says yo. Of course, it's not showing up on here for some reason. Ben McMillan. I don't know why. Why are we not seeing what people are saying here? This makes no sense. Are you seeing that we're not seeing what people are saying?
It says Ben McMillan.
Oh, there it is. Maybe this will take care of it. Let's find out. Man, so I updated my computer. You know what happens when you update a computer? Yo! And Joey Outdoors, yo, guys, it is Yo Day. So if you want to get your face on the screen, if you want to get your profile on the screen tonight, just say yo. Guaranteed. You say yo, we will put it on the screen. Yo, everybody.
Hey, can I say yo to Outdoor Vitals, by the way? Dude, they just launched the Shadow Light Carbon 60 liter. And I want to tell you a couple of the features real quick. They put in this carbon flex suspension system, which I think shedded enough weight that they could make some other mods, and it's still under 2 pounds. It's actually 31.5 ounces. So ultralight build, dude, durable zippered hip belt pockets. I can't wait to stuff the hip belt pockets full of stuff and see if I can truly close them with one hand, because that is the claim to fame here as part of the upgrades.
Man, you know, here's the thing. If they do it, Outdoor Vitals has done the impossible.
Yeah, and you know what? I think that they have. By the way, the 60 liters, where that comes from, it's 49 liters rolled. It's got a zipper right down the, John would call it the front or back side, depending on the vernacular of the day. But 15 liters.
By the way, it's back.
Oh, the back side. The back side is not the side that takes
it's not a front pocket. It's behind you. It's your back pocket.
Well, regardless, 15 extra liters of extra external storage. So shout out outdoorvitals.com. We will link in the description below if you want to check out the new Shadow Lights and the upgrades in performance. Then check it out. Hit up the description.
Absolutely. Thank you, Outdoor Vitals, for being a fantastic sponsor of the podcast. Nick Rambles, yo, what's up? Chicken Little Trex, yo. David Cooper, I want to try out the OV Shadow Light, but would rather try it out in person than online. I am not sure what is going on right now with our I'm going to mess with the text on this because this makes no sense to me. Let's do this. Hit save. What does this do when I do this? You ready? We're going to try this again. Let's see if it shows up. Hey! Nope, it didn't show up right. I don't know what's going on. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Premature celebration.
Premature celebration. Hey, if you send a message today and it's anything bigger than yo, it's probably not going to show up apparently. So, just letting you know, that's what it is.
Hey, can you adjust the size?
I'm working on it. I'm going to try this again. Okay, ready? Oh, there it is. I want to try out the new OV Shadowlight Carbon. Would rather try it on in person than order online. Well, you can always go out to Utah and meet up with the boys there. That'd probably let you try one on.
You know what else you can do? You can try before you buy. That's actually literally one of the features that you get by shopping with OutdoorVitals.com. I mean, I was done with the ad, but yeah, 8-day trial actually. So just order it, and if you don't like it, send it back.
Send it back.
To go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, yo ho ho from Go East Hiking. Jerry J Flow Flowers. Yo. I'm telling you, that's the only thing we're going to put on the screen today is yo. I don't want to put anything else on, just yo. If you say yo, it's on. Now, if you want to add more after the yo, your comment has to have 2 letters in it, Y-O, the word yo, somewhere in it. I don't care what it is, but it's got to have a yo in there. So if it has a yo, your comment's getting on screen. Jeremiah, I want to talk a little bit about, I love when Jeremiah makes up lists of things to talk about, because some of these things are just kind of ridiculous, but I'm kind of excited about this one because it's an interesting conversation. And the question he poses is this, and I'm curious to hear your all's answers in the comments. And remember, you have to say yo at some point in the comment if you want it to be seen. Is killing snakes in the backcountry okay?
Yeah. This is one of the big questions of today. I'm not going to say who, but there's certain people that they go like snake hunting in their vehicle. These are people that are close to me, family, friends, close, people you see on at least a monthly basis. They drive around through the backcountry. They look for bears because they want to spot bears, and they try to drive over snakes, and they'll like drive over it and then reverse, drive back over it, and then drive forward back over it, and just to kill the snake. Take a handgun with them, shoot the snake if they see one. Doesn't matter if it's rattler, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. It's dead. Or literally chop its head off, like hold it down and chop its head off.
Wow.
I'm curious.
That's violent, man.
I agree. So I'm curious, like in an ethical, moral way, without getting too hippy dippy. Is it okay to like just be straight up murdering these snakes? I get it if it's a copperhead and it's in your backyard and
you've got kids and you don't want them getting poisoned. Yeah, I get that.
But what about like driving around in your truck looking for snakes to run over where they're going to be, like around Big South Fork first? They'll drive through there, or like if they're out hiking or like hunting for mushrooms or ginseng hunting or whatever. They'll kill these snakes. So what do you think, John? I don't know.
Well, first off, we do have a lot of comments about this. We need to make sure we're getting these. I like your style, yo. I have no idea what that, but Ben likes. I think it's your style, Jeremiah, because I have no style. So Sean R, yo, bro. Karen Washington, it's raining, yo. And now the answers to your question, Jeremiah. These are people talking about the snakes. Yo, no way. No, yo. I say no, yo, unless it attacks you. Hear it till he's just like chicken, yo. So I think the consensus is pretty much no. This is not cool. So, and if you're just getting on here, you're not getting your comment on the screen unless you use the word yo somewhere in your comment. Jerry J Flow Flowers, yo. You wear the Shadowlight packs back to your back. So you're back to back. Would you stand with your friend back to back or front to back?
You lost me in the first sentence.
I think he's talking about the fact that I say it's the back pocket.
Oh, yeah, I understand where he's coming from. I just don't understand what he means.
I don't either. It's all good, though. I stand by what I say. Chicken Little Trex, yo. And let's see. We got David Cooper says, leave the snake be, yo. Rattler fried rice, yo. And then Al Things Outdoors ran into some timbers with Jason. They were stubborn, LOL. ... Yo. Here's my thing. I am not a fan of killing animals at all unless, one, you're doing it for food, two, it's for pest control, or three, it's to protect yourself. Those are the only reasons I say you kill an animal. I'm not into just killing animals to kill animals. Like, it's not my thing. I don't like it. I just think it's bad. That's just my opinion. And you know what? That and $5 will get you like a really small drink at Starbucks.
Yeah, not even. I'll tell you, I don't know, man. I think I'm right there with you. I think you should probably have the freedom to go hunt those snakes if you want to, but there may be certain things that you're free to do that you shouldn't do. So I'm going to say I bow out of the snake hunting. Like last time that we ran into a poisonous snake, it was a rattlesnake, and I was actually with Mr. Backpacking with Jason, sir. And we did stay back. You could hear it. We took some video, and then we walked away. Some people would argue you shouldn't even stop and take the video. You should just you're in the snake's habitat. You need to keep it moving. And I say, we're all here to share this. Like I said earlier, it's not like it's at my house and I'm having to kill this so it doesn't bite my son. But I also was wondering, dude, I actually went with Woodall Trails out on a Sunday hike, and we saw like a snake shed, like the end of the snake, only, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches of it. You could see the dead skin. And I was thinking, if that snake was out here and it was a copperhead and it bit me, can you just walk out? Like how much time do you have if you get bit by a rattlesnake and you're like 10 miles out? And also, I guess we should have a snake expert on. I should probably write this down. But like if I'm in the backcountry, I get snake bit and I'm trying to walk out, how far is too far? And with my heart, it's going to be pumping, especially with me hiking and just the adrenaline of like, oh my gosh, I just got snake bit. Am I going to die out here? Or I feel like if you get rattler bit, then you have like 24 hours.
Here's the thing with a rattler bite. It says symptoms of a rattlesnake bite can occur within minutes or a couple of hours. So there's no real like one thing. But they do say seek medical help within 30 minutes of being bitten.
Okay. What if you don't know? Like, I've heard of horror stories. I used to watch Untold Stories of the ER. You ever seen that show?
Yeah.
So I seen horror stories on there of people, they get snake bit and then they go to the hospital, but they didn't bring the snake with them and they don't know what kind of poisonous snake it was. And then they give them the wrong anti-venom. And then that's basically poison.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you supposed to do if you get bit by a copperhead and you're like, you thought it was a different kind of snake? You get to the hospital, you just say, I don't know. And then they just watch you, or do they even have to dose you up with anti-venom?
I mean, I would say you just probably lay down and die.
I'm
kidding. I'm totally kidding. That's not really what I mean. No, I mean,
lay down and
just lay down and die. That's a great question, though. Chicken Little Trek says rattle bits, yo.
That's right, baby.
Rattle bits, yo. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's one of those things of, man, I just don't know what to tell you on that.
Well, that's why we'll have a snake expert on.
We need a snake expert. We've had a tick expert.
And we had talked about having a wolf expert on, and actually I have the contact info for that. So something scheduled for the future.
Yeah, we definitely need a wolf expert. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Well, hey, let's talk about another pest in the backcountry.
Yeah, what's up?
Let's talk about yellow jackets and wasps' nests.
Oh yeah, baby.
So you put something in here. Talk about this, because I have no idea what this means, but I'm really interested to see what you've got on here.
Okay. I have a Facebook, and I was scrolling through Facebook mindlessly as one does. And I'm part of these backpacking Facebook groups, and somebody had posted in there. Hopefully, they're not listening to this right now, but they posted in there about a yellow jacket nest, and it was a local, like it was local to my area of where you would be backpacking or hiking at.
Yeah.
And I got to thinking, like, okay, well, I'm not the only one that's seen this, right? Other people local to me's probably seen it, but how meaningful or even necessary is it to, if you run into a yellow jacket's nest? I'll give you a for instance. Bridget and I were backpacking one time at the gorge, and there was a log in the middle of the trail, and I kicked that sucker right out of the way, and then hornets just went everywhere. And I turned around and yelled to Bridget, stay back, stay back, go around, because they were swarming. I just took off running, and then she cut through the woods and gave it a wide berth, and neither of us got really stung. But I didn't post it. I didn't even think to post it as like a PSA for other people. So I'm curious, is it necessary to make a post? And does it even have enough impact that it actually matters? This person, they posted on Facebook in the group, hey, me and so was at the gorge or at the Big South Fork or wherever it was, and we ran into this yellow jacket's nest, and they highlighted it. You know how you can screenshot on your iPhone and
Yeah.
do drawing and all that? They highlighted it and posted the picture, and I was like, okay, should they? Does
Well,
it even matter?
here's my thing. When I hike the Sheltoe Trace, and this is on video, by the way, if anybody wants to see this, it's hilarious. First video I ever posted on YouTube, I believe. I think it's the first one I ever posted. It was my first day on the Sheltoe Trace. And we're hiking, and we don't make it just a couple miles, and we get lit up by, what are those things, those hornets? Bald-faced hornets.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, when I say lit up, you watch the video. If you watch the video, I'm holding the camera, like it's a GoPro, I think, with my hand, and it lands on my hand and stings me as I'm videoing, and I scream out in pain. And all of a sudden the camera shakes and I run up, and literally, dude, those things lit us up. Brian got bit 5 or 6 times in the leg, or I won't say bit, stung 5 or 6 times in the leg. Those things are mean. I mean, just downright mean. Real quick, just a couple comments in here. J Flo, yo, bite the snake back. John Groover, good evening, John and Jeremiah. Yo, yo. And finally, Chicken Little Trex, yo. So just as a heads up, if you're just getting on here, we are not replying to any comments or putting them on the screen unless the phrase yo is somewhere in your comment. So if you want to be seen on screen, got to hear the yo. So
Yo Day, is this even a thing? Did you just make this up?
I made it up. Like we got on here, 3 or 4 people had just posted yo. So it's like, it's yo day. So that's what we're doing today.
Okay, because I Googled it, and it says Yo Day is June 6th. And I was like, what?
That's yo day. That's yo day. Today is yo day.
Yeah, don't get it twisted, bro.
It's not my day. It's yo day. So, that's terrible. I should never said that. That was the dumbest thing ever. No, I think it's useful. There were a couple places in the Red River Gorge. I'm trying to think of the best place where it was at. I think it was up around Natural Bridge. There was a huge hornet's nest that was a ground hornet's nest in an area you have to walk by, like right on the trail. And I remember being mad that I didn't know it was there before I got there. And I wish I would have known, because I could have rerouted or done something, to not get stuck there. But I totally got stuck there. And I was terrified I wasn't going to make it through that.
Survive in advance sometimes.
Yes. We got some stuff for us here.
What
Yo, is the Sting video still online, John? Yes. Oh, it's still online. It's there. You could probably go find it. If you go to if you go to YouTube, go to my channel, go to oldest videos. Like, go to videos and click on newest to oldest. I think you click on oldest or something like that. And it should be the very first one, I think. And right there, I'm telling you, you'll see it day 1 on the Sheltoe. It's ridiculous. Yo, Del Ing contest. Yodeling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
All
got
right.
us on that one.
Yeah, he got me.
Triquavius. Yo.
Hey, Triquavius. Yeah, that's one of my students.
Yeah, he said you lied to him that we were going to be on at 8:00, but that's my fault. We were going to be on at 8:00 tonight, but we had an issue where I got home earlier than I thought I was going to, so we could do it earlier. And here's the education for us. Yo-Yo Day refers to the toy.
Yes, yeah. There's the education. Who's a day late and a dollar short, as my old high school football coach would say. Jake
Yes. Yeah, and then what's up, yo? Going old school with that phrase. What's up, Ruben? And then Doc Watson getting in with, yo, the pests on the trail are named. And ... So,
You know, people, I think they hang fake hornets' nest around their house. Is that to deter like actual hornets of building a nest there?
I don't
Or
know.
because I don't know either. I don't know what even use are hornets. Do they pollinate?
They have no use. They're just evil.
Well, I was looking up their natural predators: birds, skunks, raccoons, badgers, wolverines, mice, and rats. Maybe you need to get a pet wolverine, dude, and you can take it on trail with you and lead it around, and then you won't have a problem with bald-faced hornets because you can just send that sucker in before you get there.
Well, I mean, that's a possibility. I just think they're evil and they should all die. Now, the way I feel about snakes is not how I feel about hornets.
What do you mean?
Kill them all.
You say kill all the hornets.
Kill all the hornets.
Okay, this is at least worth a goog, isn't it? What use are hornets?
Zero.
They got to do something. No, John, they have to have some kind of use. Natural pest controller. They prey on insects like caterpillars, flies, mosquitoes, and aphids.
And they sting me.
And they are pollinators of certain plants by collecting nectar and pollen. Look, I was right.
Are bald-faced hornets that?
I didn't say bald-faced hornets in Google. I just said hornets. So you might be right there.
I'm looking it up right now because I'm telling you. Okay, they're beneficial for controlling populations of pest insects such as flies, caterpillars, and spiders. They also act as pollinators by collecting nectar from flowers.
Yeah, so same thing.
I don't care. They all die.
Kill them all.
Kill them all. Let the bees do the work. Let the bees do the work. Gosh, I hate
was that
those
the
things.
last? Was that the last time that you got stung by a hornet or a wasp?
No. I've gotten stung so many times on trail by those stupid bald-faced hornets. They have it in for me, dude. I'm telling you. I made them famous by putting them on YouTube, and then they got cocky.
Oh, look at that. Chicken Little Tricks. Dirt daubers kill black widows, yo.
Well, check this. We got a bunch of stuff here right now. Check this out. We got, let's see. Can't interview with Ben's pod, yo. Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot Ben. We can't mess with Ben's podcast tonight. That's a good reason we didn't do 8 o'clock. Actually, that wasn't the reason why we didn't do 8 o'clock, but I think they're on at 9, aren't they? We'd have been done by the time they were on. You could go right from one to the other. Go East hiking, Yoda lady who. Funny. Intervene, yo. Doc Watson, yo. Suga canadensis, yo. Hornets are meat eaters. They eat carrion. What is carrion?
I thought carry-on was like the airplane, right? Take your bag on there?
I take a carry-on with me every time I get on an airplane.
Yeah, so you don't check your bag. You carry-on only.
I like carry-on, yeah. Hornets are pollinators, yo. And dirt daubers kill black widows, yo. So there you go. The more you know. I feel like we're an NBC station now.
I know. Stone Ape Adventures.
I'm getting to it right now. Let's see. Oh, there's more. There's one before that. Yo, I'd rather run across a bear as a hornet's yellow jacket's nest.
I don't know about that. I don't know. That's a hot take, Joey.
Let's ask the question. Yo, who would rather run in front of a bear than a yellow jacket or hornet's nest? Go ahead and leave those in the comments. That's an interesting. Make a poll out of that one.
I'm gonna do a poll. Here's the best way to do it in the comments. I think, especially if you're talking only to the live people, because I can do a poll, like a post poll whenever I post this episode.
We need to do a poll.
1 in the comments, type of 1 if you'd rather encounter a bear, a 2 if you'd rather encounter a hornet's nest. And I'll make an actual poll, bear versus hornets, and we'll check. Actually, next week, I'm going to be co-hosting with Woodall Trails, but the week after, we'll revisit the poll.
I'll revisit the poll, yeah, while you're on vacation. So, European hornets are way nastier, yo. Listen, I believe it. I think hornets of any kind are nasty. It said, Doc Watson says, yo, I've got a huge wasp nest hanging over my yard on my neighbor's tree. My other neighbor's having it removed because it's bothering his kids playing in the yard. Bear before hornets, yo. Yo, Yogi Bear. How many folks chose the bear, yo? One yo. One yo.
It's 2 bears. That's 2 bears.
I kill hornets for a living, yo. And then 2 hornets. But that's not a yo, so I'm taking that one off. Hey,
Yeah,
make it go. Say that again, but say yo.
Stone Dave, I didn't know that he killed hornets for a living. You know, we were talking about Mitch last week and his Jeep and the hammock stand and stuff blowing over. That's what he does too, man. Sometimes I'll just text him out of the blue, be like, hey, man, I got this centipede at the house. Is this something I need to call the exterminator for? He's like, oh, that's just a house centipede. Don't worry. They actually eat spiders and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but his insect photography is awesome.
Oh, yeah, dude. His photography in general is amazing. Like, he had that Insta 360.
He does macro photography.
I haven't seen the macro. He does it with insects?
Yeah, it's so cool. So cool. Ruben Hikes, black bear, not grizzly. I can just yell yo at the black bear.
Oh,
he's right.
Good use of yo.
That was good. He threw yo in there in a very creative way. So, long story short, I think it could be useful if you know it's established hornet's nest that hasn't been going anywhere. That would be nice to know if you're going to hike a trail if it's there. I think.
Fair enough.
I think it'd be useful. So, anyways, let's move on. There, we got a great story to talk about.
Oh my gosh,
this is a great story. I'm going to put this up on the screen. Hopefully, this is going to show up right. Let's see here. Yes, there it is. Boy Scout troop rescues struggling 78-year-old man lost in the wilderness. Literally couldn't walk on his own. Here's the need to know part. I'm going to pull this. I'll see if I can't get this to zoom in a little bit. Well, maybe it won't. Here we go. Stay there. There we go. A Boy Scout troop rescued Douglas Montgomery after he lost his bearings in the emigrant wilderness in California. Montgomery, 78, was alone and had lost his backpack containing his food and GPS-enabled communicator when Santa Barbara-based Troop 26 found him on August 6th. I was getting colder and colder, and that's when Troop 26 came along, Montgomery recalled per the Los Angeles Times. Interesting thing about this story, Jeremiah, Mr. Montgomery actually had been at one point a scoutmaster himself.
The irony, man.
Yeah. And apparently what happened is he fell into a lake and got injured. My guess is his backpack is what fell into the lake, and that's how he lost it. I could be wrong on that. It didn't say that, but I'm kind of guessing that's probably what happened.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, because it said that he was doing a solo backpacking trip for 2 weeks straight at 78. I said, man, that's
awesome.
like my dream. Can you imagine you're 78, still out doing solo for 2 weeks straight?
What was it? Was it Hiker 77?
Senior Hiker 77?
Senior Hiker 77. He didn't even start until he was 77.
Yeah, there's
He's
never
in his 80s now.
Yeah, the barrier to entry, man. You can get out there. Now, you may have to do some ultralighting, at that age.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I try to ultralight now. I'm not part of the ultralight army where I look down on people who don't. I do it because I'm getting older.
Yeah, it hurts, man. It don't heal as quick.
That's right. This is a good one. This is from All Things Outdoors. Murder hornets are straight from a Stephen King novel. Look up what they do to tarantulas, yo.
Oh,
I've seen them. Have you seen murder hornets?
Do they attack and kill the tarantulas?
Oh, yeah. And Go East Hiking says, yo, I've been stung by hornets, never been mauled by a bear. I'm going to be honest, neither have I. I've never been mauled by a bear, but I have been attacked by hornets multiple times.
Okay, I have something Stephen King related that has nothing to do with what we were talking about, but
Bring it.
it is about hiking, kind of. Not really. Stephen King.
Kind of, but not really.
Well, there is walking during the movie. Does that count?
Go for it. Go for it.
Bridget and I, this is just my little plug for the movie. We went and watched The Long Walk this week.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, if you haven't read the book or the movie just come out, I think like last week. Basically, these people, there's it's like kind of like a not post-apocalyptic, but poor America. Basically, everything's kind of in shambles, and every state there's a lottery for one like 18-year-old to walk once a year to get to basically boost the economy is the way they describe it in the movie. They're like, there's always a boost, and they broadcast on the radio and TV this long walk. Except you have to walk at 3 miles per hour as soon as the race starts, and there's only one winner. And they give you like 3 warnings, and after the 3rd warning, they just shoot you in the head.
What?
I know, bro. I said this is Stephen King. Ain't it? If you've seen
That
it,
is twisted.
yeah, it is a twist, but it is Stephen King. It was rated
as he's about as twisted as they get.
Yeah, and I think he. Well, actually, I was gonna say I think he wrote this one sober, but actually, I don't know when he wrote it, so I don't know. He had like his sober days as of late, and his not so sober days during his early work. So some of those are really, really twisted.
So you're saying someone really does put a gun to your head to keep walking?
It's like there's a military that's following you in front and behind. And spoiler alert for the movie. Take your listening ears off if you're hearing this and you want to watch the movie.
Oh, I'm not going to watch it.
The guys last like 5 days walking 3 miles per hour, like the last guys. And of course, there's still only one winner, but it's twisted movie. I just thought of it, come to my head because the Stephen King reference there. But 7.5 on IMDb, so I said, "Oh, that's worth me at least checking out."
So Chance Brave says, "I've seen Yogi Bear once."
Nice, but
Suga Catadensis, yo, gotta run. Have a good evening, everyone. We will see you. And Ruben Hike says, "Later, yo." So let's get back to this story about the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, dude, this guy here, I took a couple notes on this I thought was interesting. So it's based out of Santa Barbara, and they're like just north of Yosemite. And I was really wondering, I think that your explanation on the backpack is probably the most logical, because I was thinking this guy's been a scoutmaster and he's doing a 2-week solo trip. How in the world could he lose his backpack? You would think if you're doing a 2-week solo trip and you were a former scoutmaster, you have some experience. But I guess disaster strikes, man. I mean, I've only read the story. I don't know. I'm sure there's more to it.
Well, and not to be that guy, but I mean, sometimes people write articles and like to sensationalize them a little bit. Mm-hmm. I think just leaving it as this old man lost his backpack makes it sound a whole lot worse than it actually probably was.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they had the facts, maybe they didn't. But my guess, because they said he fell into a lake.
Yeah, he's getting cold.
Yeah, he's getting cold. I'm thinking that his backpack was on. His backpack came off, went into the lake. He couldn't get it. Lake was too deep, whatever. And yeah, everything was in it. That's rough too, man. Because here's the thing. I've never hiked in Yosemite before. Okay, and he was on the High Sierra north of Yosemite. So he wasn't in Yosemite. He was on the High Sierra north of Yosemite. I don't know what kind of trail signs they have or markers or anything like that. And so I'm imagining there must not be great markers out there if this guy wasn't able to figure out where he was supposed to go, because he's got years and years and years of experience, I'm guessing, just because he was a scout leader. And I mean, he was out there for 2 weeks. Who at 78 is going to go out there for 2 weeks who's not been backpacking before? So I'm assuming the trail markings are bad. And this may have been a new part of trail he's not been on before.
Well, I haven't met the guy. Like you said, it could be sensationalized some, but
yeah,
I wonder, you can be a scoutmaster, but I wonder what the qualifications are. And I don't want to talk bad at all about the Scouts. I think it's a great organization. They do a lot of great stuff, and they're on the same mission as us, as having fun, getting people out in the backcountry. That's like the whole point. So I'm wondering, to be a scoutmaster, like some of my buddies have kids and they're getting into scouts, and these are just dads leading these trips. And sometimes it'll be like not the most experienced people. They'll try to have like one guy at least that has a lot more knowledge, but a lot of these people are kind of learning on the go too. I
Well,
think
I
because
mean, were you ever in Boy Scouts?
I was never done Boy Scouts or Eagle Scouts.
Okay, so the one thing it is nice about any scouting program, like my kids are my son's in Trail Life right now, which is another scouting program. But these scouting programs, what's great about them is they have stuff that trains you how to do this stuff.
Oh, okay.
You've got training materials. It's not like they go out there blind and just take a guess. They're given materials that train how to do what they need to do, and they have to train the kids. Like a scoutmaster would be training kids on how to do this, so he should have the knowledge of what to do. So like I said, I think it was just an unfortunate fall. It probably happened. I mean, we've all fallen on trail, whether it was mud or rocks or whatever. My guess is, and it seems like the most logical thing would be, he fell on a rock or on some mud, and when he fell, maybe he was carrying his backpack at the time, let go of the backpack, it went in the water, he couldn't get it, and now he's stuck, and he's soaking wet because he fell into the lake. And you know how it is when you go in the high Sierras. I've never hiked in them, but I know when you're in high mountain ranges, they get cold at night. So
yeah, the snow also takes a long time into the year to melt. You don't get much of a non-snow. I mean, think about like people. I guess PCT runs through there, right? The Sierras. So
oh yeah,
there's sometimes that it's impassable because of the snow, and you need special equipment. I mean, I've never done it, but I would assume that you need like an ice axe at some points if you're doing that trail. You need crampons or micro spikes or something along those lines. So,
well,
but I
I
don't
mean,
know.
he even says, he goes, backpacking was my first love. How to live in the wilderness. So he loves teaching young people how to live in the wilderness. So he's been backpacking for a while, and he said we took scouts into the emigrant wilderness for about 20 years, starting back in 1963. So he's been out there a lot. He's been out there a lot.
Maybe I was thinking more of the supporting staff, if you will, when it comes to scouts. The dads are kind of help make, like a couple of dads come along to help make sure that there's extra hands and eyes.
Yeah.
Missions
but obviously this guy knew what he was doing. He just unfortunately he just had a bad day. And in backpacking, a bad day can be life-threatening. So that's always a danger. Doc Watson says, "Yo, I've fallen and my legs have the scars to prove it." Chicken Little Treks, bad situation, yo. So, yeah, man, I think a lot of people, you can be the most skilled backpacker in the world and have a bad day. People die in the backcountry all the time, and some of them have 20, 30 years of experience. They just they slipped up once.
Yeah, that's true, man. Sometimes race car drivers get into car accidents out on the road. What can you do?
They do, man. They do. But speaking of experienced backpackers, do you know what's happening October 10th through the 12th?
Yeah, and I saw some people I'm going to hopefully get to see on October 10th through 12th. Like Stone Ape Adventures, supposed to be bumping into him there. Ruben Hikes. I don't know if you can make it or not. If you can, leave a comment here. Love to see you. October 10th through 12th, 2025. After meeting with Mr. Backpacking with Jason, sir, we have decided an official location for the Red River Gorge meetup. Open to the public. Come on up. We're going to be on Indian Staircase. I think what pushed us over the edge of choosing that over Indian Creek was Big Blue Madness. It's Mark Pope's Big Blue Madness this time.
And for those who don't know who that is, he's the head coach of the University of Kentucky Wildcats.
Yes, and if you've listened to the show for a while now, you know I'm diehard true and blue Wildcat fan. So we're going to try to have service so that we can either put that on the iPad or on the phone while we're sitting around the fire. But this is basically what it looks like if you're somebody who is interested in coming out and meeting some like-minded people that like to do backpacking, and you're anywhere within a radius you could drive to Red River Gorge, which is in like kind of north border central eastern Kentucky.
Right.
Just put it in your Google Maps. But basically, it looks like this: Friday, hiking around the gorge if you want to. We'll have a big open area with a camp, like a communal campfire. So anybody that comes, it's open to the public, comes and hangs out. It'd probably be dark around 6, 7 o'clock. So we'll be easing that way and hanging out around the campfire. Probably some adult talking, adult beverages. So keep that in mind with the group that you're bringing. But go hike around on Saturday, have a lot of fun around the gorge. Same thing Saturday night.
Well, one of the cool things about one of the nice things about Indian Staircase is, first of all, the hike up Indian Staircase is fun. Second thing is you've got some really cool things right there near the staircase. You've got Frog's Head Knob. You've got the council chambers. You've got Adena Arch. You got Indian Arch. There's just a lot of stuff right there near it.
Yeah, you got the goat path, and honestly, the backside of Cloud Splitter too. By the way, you can see it from up there, and you got a great vista on top of the staircase. But I was going to tell you, I think Bridget and I are going to come together. Well, we're going to probably drive separate. So if she wants to head out on Saturday, she can. But I think I'm going to take her up Indian Staircase bypass. She's never done it before. And I think that would be, because every time I take her up the staircase, she has a panic attack. We've done it like 3 times together. I've done it a bunch, but she's like, she, freaks out a little bit at the beginning. So I think the bypass would be cool for her too. So
yeah, I like to go down the bypass. That's my favorite way to go down from the staircase. I think it's way cooler than going down the staircase. I think it's more fun to go down that way, but that's just me.
Well, what do you think about this? I want your honest opinion. I think what I'll do is we're basically saying just above the staircase, there's like big open areas. So you'll find us. There'll be a bunch of people set up. So it'll be kind of back behind the staircase. But I'm thinking, dude, I have All Trails, and Jonathan gave me an update. He's like, yeah, All Trails, I don't know if they released a statement or sent an email or something, but they said, hey, we're not taking away the feature of on the desktop, you can create your map and draw along the trail and stuff. But on mobile, that's a premium feature. That's basically what All Trails said. So I pay for used to be premium. Now I guess it's like mid-tier, even though it costs more and I get less features. It's okay to add extra features that didn't exist before and put that, but don't be taking my features. Anyway, I digress. So I'm thinking I'm making All Trails 3 different files. One, if you want the easiest route to get up to where we're going to be camping, and that would be parking at Bison and hiking up to Indian Arch and then around the off-trail area.
And if you are coming, understand that parking lot is not huge. So there is a parking lot just up the road a little bit from there. There's another lot that you can park at to get you to that entrance at Bison Way. You may just have to hike a little bit of the road.
Yeah, and I'm thinking if you really, really have to, you could park at the suspension bridge. Now, it'll probably be a 10-minute walk on the road to get to where the trailhead is, but if worst comes to worst, you can park at the suspension bridge that apparently is never going to be repaired ever because it's been down.
What is going on with that?
Where are my tax dollars going here? If I could pick where my tax dollars went, the
Fix
first
the
place
bridge.
is that bridge. That once, just take all my tax money and
just
put it toward
fix the bridge. Yeah, I'm with you. It's one of the most iconic things in the Red River Gorge, and it's not fixed. You can't walk across it. It's silly. But anyways,
so
I digress.
If I make those, I can put them in the description of this podcast and each episode leading up to the meetup. But there's only a couple episodes left before it. I mean, you got this one and 2 more weeks of shows, and then that is the meetup. So
And it's a
very,
great spot. It's a great spot up there. Plus, what's fun is you can kind of sit on the end of the staircase and watch people hike up that you've never met before and freak them out a little bit.
Yeah, and they freak out too, dude. That is like the ultimate people watching spot, sitting out there on a like weekend day with nice weather and watching. You'll get people of all kinds. I've seen people 7 years old crawl up it. I've seen little kids run up it. I see people send their
Dude,
dogs up it.
Okay, I've got one story about this, and then I've actually got to get out of here soon. But check this out. So here's the thing. I'm sitting up there one day. I just hiked up it, and I look, and there's this girl coming up, and her dad's with her, and she is bawling her eyes out. She is just crying. She's just upset. The dad's like, "You've got this, you've got this." And she gets up to the top, and she just collapses at the top and just is crying, like sobbing at the top. And I looked at him and goes, "Is she okay?" He goes, "She was terrified the entire way up." And then I just looked at her and said, "I don't know you, but you just conquered one of your greatest fears. You should be so proud of yourself." And then she starts going, "I did it. I did it. I did it." And she's just crying. I was like, I kind of got emotional. I mean, I didn't cry or anything, but I kind of got emotional. I was like, man, this is kind of cool seeing this poor little girl. Like, I mean, she's like a teenager, I guess, but I mean, it was just awesome to see this kid conquer her fear and get up there. And her sister then came up a little bit shorter after her and just gave her a big hug. And it was cool, man. And you see those things happen. I've watched 85-year-old people climb up. I've watched 6'3" athletic men turn around in fear.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
That's me the first time. Yeah, dude, it's fun. And the trails like that are a good catalyst for experiences like you're describing, you know?
Yeah. Well, and you, myself, and Mr. Backpacking with Jason did a trip there once, and we all did videos for it, and they all give directions on how to go there. So good luck. Go find one of those.
Yeah, and I do think I'll put like a link to the 3-pass bypass, going up the staircase and going up the easiest way, just so people have a resource. And I think I'll put out a little video on my YouTube channel as well, just saying that we're going to be out there. So,
yeah. Well, and not only that, but yo, I'm not crying, you're crying. Doc Watson, that's great. We got yo, that's deep. And then Ruben Hikes. That explains why the roads have turned to crap down there. All the money is going to the bridge, yo. No, none of the money's going to the bridge. It's obviously not going to the roads either. But yeah, so here's the thing. There are multiple ways to get there. You've got the bypass, you've got the staircase itself. You've also got the back way in if you go up by Indian Arch and you go back that way. You can come across.
That's the easiest. That's the least intimidating way. If
yeah,
you
so
just want a casual.
Yeah, if you want a little more casual hike, it's a little longer, but it's the easiest way to go.
Yeah, you're looking at probably an hour total of hiking to get up there, maybe an hour and a half, depending on which way you take.
Yeah, but it's an exhilarating hike. Like, especially if you've never done it before, it's intimidating. But once you've done it, let's put it this way: the first time I did it, Jeremiah is in the video of the first time I did it. I'm on my hands and knees crawling up the side of this thing, and Jeremiah is standing straight up behind me walking.
Yeah, I walk up and down it, but I had done it before.
Yeah, exactly. And now, what's funny is I took a couple guys up it a year later, and they're on their hands and knees, and I'm just walking behind them. So it's once you've done it, the intimidation does go away. But it's a great hike. Can't wait to see everybody there. Jeremiah, you want to tell everybody what's going on next week?
Yeah, next week I'll be hosting the show with Woodall Trails. And then also got a couple of awesome guests coming up. I'm hoping that we get to talk with old Jeff Garmeyer. I've been corresponding with him, and he just broke the FKT record for self-supported on the AT. So maybe get to talk to him and his buddy Luke, who started the Trail Goods Food Company. So
absolutely
exciting things moving forward, man.
Good stuff, dude. Well, either way, you guys have a great rest of your night. And Jeremiah, I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Absolutely, brother.
All right, we'll check y'all later. Adios.